Now on Denver7, celebrating culture.
Somos mariachi sol de mi tierra.
Sí, señor.
Identity.
I was born in Colombia.
My great-grandmother was born in Mexico.
Soy de Venezuela.
And heritage.
There was a culture, there was homes, there was agriculture, way before the arrival of Americans.
This half hour, we're diving into the rich history here in Colorado that makes the community we call home.
Para mí es más que cocinar, es como el poder regresar todo lo que te han dado a ti la vida a la comunidad, a tu familia, a tus seres queridos.
Welcome to this Denver7 special presentation of People of Colorado celebrating Hispanic culture. I'm Veronica Acosta. During this half hour, you're going to hear the stories of those in our community embracing this year's theme, Pioneers of Change, Shaping the Future Together. We're even going to dive into the complexity of heritage and how it plays a part in the celebration of identity. We start with the work happening every single day to connect the Latino community with critical services, to even launch the businesses that provide them. Denver7's Micah Smith introduces us to the Edgewater Collective.
Es un orgullo poder hacerlo.
I feel honored to be able to do what I'm doing now, no matter the work.
Cleaning is hard work, but Daisy Berbesi says it's a skill she's using to complete the best task she can think of, providing for her family.
Bueno, yo soy de Venezuela.
I'm from Venezuela, and I had to leave my country just for the situation that's happening out there.
Through a translator, Berbesi describes how her journey to the U.S. began.
I basically ran away from my country and came to the U.S. to be able to start over here. I did graduated from college out there. I'm an accountant.
Nos tocó comenzar desde cero.
We started from the bottom. We had no place to live. We didn't know anybody out here. We were living in a shelter.
Berbesi started cleaning houses to make money, but learned she was being paid below minimum wage. She eventually found the Edgewater Collective, a nonprofit that helped her and other new immigrants launch the Edgewater Cleaning Co-op.
That's been one of my dreams, to have my own business, to be able to run my own business, and that's an opportunity that I'm able to do now.
So they weren't being paid, they would have to drive long distances, and through that, we began to realize that we wanted to help them start their own business.
Joel Newton is the executive director of the collective, which has helped new immigrants launch several businesses.
What we're most proud of is really being able to resource and equip Latina leaders that were already leaders, but just connecting them to more opportunities so they can really thrive in our community.
Throughout Hispanic Heritage Month, we'll highlight several of those co-ops, including the Rocky Mountain Language Co-op, where translator Coy Lee Green works, and show how each co-op is helping immigrants build the lives they've dreamed of.
Algunos venezolanos que vienen a delinquir.
I understand that there are some people that are coming out here and they're delinquents, but that's not the case for everyone. The majority of us come out here to get a better life, to work hard. If I was able to do this and I'm making my dreams come true, then that's something that you guys can do as well.
Micah Smith, Denver7.
Daisy Berbesi is one of many here in our community working to provide for their families. Becoming a new mom in a new country, surrounded by a new language, is challenging to say the least. And the directors of Quenta Kigo, they know it. This is a workers' co-op supported by Edgewater Collective, which then helps Latina-owned businesses. Through a cultural lens, Quenta Kigo provides lactation, nutrition, and mental health services to parents while also providing them with community and cultural connections.
Quenta Kigo is a community group that emerged from this deep interest in supporting each other during the times of raising our little ones. So it's focused on maternal child health. We do home visits, phone visits, calls to families who are raising a little one. We do classes for childcare providers, for community leaders, sometimes counselors. We have done studies on the impact on mental health based on the practices of like hospitals or even community, some hospitals that are sending us referrals. And we know they're making beautiful efforts to try to connect with moms and families. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen everywhere that way. And many moms are telling us, for example, that they didn't have someone who spoke Spanish, for example, to help them. And it's so very hard to work with an interpreter that's in an iPad, that maybe even a male. And here we are talking about nursing this baby, welcoming a new baby, like sharing more intimate things.
While Quenta Conmigo helps new moms overcome some of those language barriers, the Rocky Mountain Language Cooperative says they too are working on bringing down language barriers, which has a complexity of its own.
Mexicans speak one way, Chileans speak a different way, Venezuelans speak a different way, and sometimes you have to try to adapt. And that's the beauty of our co-op, that we have that flexibility to adapt. It's very gratifying, especially because I feel like I'm a bridge. And that concept of being a bridge, I'm not that person, but I'm helping that person understand what's happening.
The Edgewater Collective has opportunities available for people to help others in our community, as well as services for those who need them. You can find those resources at edgewatercollective.org. From a helping hand to a conversation over coffee, one group in Denver is bringing women together to learn and discuss different topics that impact the world around them.
We didn't really have space in the workplace to just kind of talk about different things that were occurring. And so we started meeting early in the morning for coffee. And that turned into a Friday morning weekly.
Cafecito was started in 1991 by Rosemary Rodriguez. Every week, she says they meet up not just to network, but build relationships to help one another.
Our future needs to be we need to include our future as much as we can. And that's the honor of convening the Cafecito. It's a wonderful time of the year to think about our cultural influences in the United States, of the contributors that have come before us. And I encourage everyone to take a moment and think about the ones who came before us and the ones who are coming after.
Rodriguez says she hopes to have more spaces for both men and women to have conversations over a nice cup of cafecito. Coming up, encapsulating the historical influence of Latinos in Colorado.
People do have memories, and then there are artifacts that still survive.
The look back at the past that has shaped our future, plus
because we are a pan-ethnic identity with many racial backgrounds, in fact, multiple racial backgrounds.
Finding new ways to embrace each other's ancestry, we explore how identities within the community have changed over the years. Welcome back. As we celebrate the heritages that make up our present and future, we cannot do so without some reflection. Denver7's Angelica Albaladejo shows us some of the oldest art in Colorado made by Spanish settlers known as Hispanos on display at the Dayton Library over at Regis University.
History hasn't always been written or documented, but people do have memories. And then there are artifacts that still survive.
Artifacts like these, some of the oldest art made in Colorado.
Way before the arrival of Americans, before there was a wagon and the Santa Fe Trail, there was a culture. They were already indigenous people, but they were already Hispanos.
Tony Ortega, like many Chicanos or Mexican Americans, traces his lineage back to these Spanish settlers.
They brought those customs, those traditions, their identity into the Southwest.
This is the largest collection in the country of these historic retablos and bultos made by a special kind of artist.
Oh, we call them a santero. There's well over 1,000 pieces. And it's a mix of, from the Golden Age.
Crafted in the late 1700s and early 1800s.
From the penitentes, from the early 1920s through the 60s, and contemporary santeros.
Each painting or sculpture represents a saint or other Catholic religious symbols.
What they're holding or what they're wearing, that helps you identify who they are.
To make these, artists got creative with what they had.
They started looking at the local indigenous population and using materials that they were using. Cottonwood root for a lot of the sculptures, so they'll use a lot of different types of clay. So it's basically a poor man's gold, and they would inlay it with sap. Wherever you see any red or red purple, that's a little bug. Once the railroad arrived in New Mexico, about 1870 or so, they started bringing imported canned goods. See, the cans that held fruit have become part of a sacred object.
Catholics don't worship these saints, but they do ask them for help.
So if you're trying to sell your home and you're having difficulty, what they say is, get a St. Joseph.
In this modern painting,
He's become the real estate agent to help you sell your home.
today, santeros use old techniques to depict new experiences,
You can see that they're medical people.
like the COVID-19 pandemic,
You can see how the tradition has changed,
yet lives on to teach us.
who we are, where we came from, and where we're going.
At Regis University, Angelica Albaladejo, Denver 7.
Identifying as Hispanic refers to those who have ancestry related to Spain or to a Spanish-speaking country. But in a time when finding a community name has shifted, there are those who choose Chicano or Latino as identifiers. That was part of the conversation Denver7 and Colorado Public Radio had during our partnership show, Real Talk. Here's a part of that interview with Denver7's Micah Smith and CPR's Nathan Heffel.
Joining us now with more on how people are choosing to identify is Joel Martinez, President and CEO of Latino Leadership Institute. Joel, thank you so much for joining us again here on Real Talk.
Thank you for having me.
Joel, when people ask if there's a difference between Latino and Hispanic, I think the answer is yes, and it's complicated. So Joel, your institute has done some research on this. Can you briefly lay out what you found?
I think the most important thing when thinking about Hispanic, Latino, Chicano identity is not necessarily how one identifies, but why, and why that's changed over time. And we're here in History, Colorado, and I think back to my great-grandparents. During the 1930 census, they actually marked Mexican, not as an ethnicity, but as a race. The very next census, that was no longer an option. And so throughout history, Hispanic, Latino, Spanish, Chicano, we have had to check boxes. And those boxes have been identifiers that not necessarily we have chosen for ourselves. So while my great-grandmother and great-grandfather who lived in the San Luis Valley here in Colorado were once Mexican, within 10 years, that was no longer an option. By the time we moved to the 1950s and 1960s during the Civil Rights Movement, many in this community were really fighting back against these forced identities. And many began embracing their connections to their indigenous, mestizo, Chicano roots. And so we saw new terms arising that were self-identifiers. By 1970s and 1980s, again, the term Hispanic became kind of the predominant choice for identifiers to really describe a very wide and diverse community. Again, not necessarily chosen by us, but chosen on behalf of the community. And then by the 2000s, we saw a new term, Latino, Hispanic Latino. And that term was added to the United States Census as a choice to embrace those Latinos from Caribbean America, Central America, and Latin America. And today we have younger generations, the millennial and the Gen Xers, that are searching for more gender inclusive identifiers like Latina and Latinx. But at the end of the day, the reason Pew reported that 52% of Latinos, Hispanics, Chicanos don't have a single term is because, as you said, Micah, this is beautifully complicated and very diverse.
And I think that's such a fascinating way to dive deeper into this because it is so complex. You know, for example, for years, my parents called me Hispanic, and then I chose Latino. And now somebody said, well, you're Chicano. And I'm like, well, okay. And we've had these conversations for years, and it is about checking those boxes and those labels for the younger generation, taking that power back. But there's also some pushback on that now. How do you kind of blend that together to say there is pushback with Latina, Latinx, et cetera?
One of the important things about identity that's really important is that there's two phases of it. There's the external, and that is how people see us, and then the internal, how we see ourselves. And I think what's really inspiring from a younger generation is they're really owning that second part of that and how they see themselves and how they want others to see them. But as I talk to these younger generations, the thing that's really important for them is they do want inclusion and they want that power. And gender inclusion and gender identity is another layer of our identity, just like our race and ethnicity. And that is why they have really embraced these terms Latinx, Latina. Important to note, though, less than 4% of Latinos today or Hispanics today identify or have even heard the terms Latina, Latinx. So I always caution individuals, don't assume how someone wants to identify. Just because they're young does not mean they're Latinx. And just because we're older doesn't mean we're Hispanic. And so it's really important to ask and meet people where they are.
Right now on Denver7.com/Real Talk, you can listen to more on this conversation and how everyone can play a role beyond Hispanic Heritage Month to make a difference. Next, after the break, it's not a celebration without the food and the music.
I always tell everybody I like to eat and I like to drink, so what a better place than a restaurant.
The journeys of some big names in the metro that have helped them make a mark in our community. When celebrating the people of Colorado and culture, some of the best ways to do so is through music and food. Casa Bonita is just one restaurant led by locally celebrated chef Dana Rodriguez, a Latina woman known for incorporating globally inspired flavors into her menus. Denver7's Christian Lopez shares her incredible culinary journey.
Carne here in Rhino is the 5th restaurant chef Dana Rodriguez has opened up. She said she never imagined all of the success she'd have in the restaurant business when she first got to Denver several years ago.
Today we're gonna make proboleta, which is more like the Brazil and Argentina style.
Chef Dana Rodriguez's culinary career.
You ready to cook?
I'm ready. All began 26 years ago.
I've been here since 1998. I moved from Juarez, is my hometown. I think like most of the immigrants, you try to look for a job.
After she discovered cooking was a passion she didn't know she had.
I just put a little bit of salt so the skin doesn't stick. I started a dishwasher. And then the chef, it was really, really nice. You say, I think you can learn more.
And when she got the unique opportunity to learn from some of the best chefs in Denver, she didn't take it for granted.
So it was kind of weird and fun and scary at the same time. So I remember he asked me like for this specific blue cheese or prosciutto or this pappardelle pasta, and I have no clue what it was.
They eventually took her under their wings and helped develop Rodriguez into the talented chef she is today.
Cuando me vine aquí, dije, bueno, tienes que aprender a hacer algo completamente diferente y es como un challenge.
¿Y usted se imaginó cuando llegó de México que iba a tener tanto éxito?
No, nunca pensé que iba a tener restaurantes.
From being a part of opening restaurants like Rioja, Working Class, Cantina Loca, Casa Bonita, Super Mega Bien, and now
this one I create a little lounge.
Carne.
Beautiful face, like a lady from around the world.
A global steakhouse in Rhino.
This place is perfect to show like a lot of flavors from all over.
Chef Rodriguez says the best part of it all,
estar creando diferentes platos, ver la cara de felicidad de la gente cuando prueban algo y están sonriendo. Para mí fue muy importante demostrarle, no a mi familia, a la comunidad, de que si tienes un sueño lo puedes lograr.
And when it comes to opening up more restaurants in the future, she says the sky is the limit.
I think I can work 10 years really hard and then I can just relax. I want to be cooking for people when I'm on my retirement, like a small amount of people. Like if I live in a beach, I like to go and fish and then come and cook for people. Or wherever I live, I always want to do that. That's my gift.
From the delicious dishes to the rich entertainment, Christian now has a listen to the music from one mariachi and how it is more than just performing.
Yo llegué aquí, ya llegué a Colorado y ya había algunos grupos.
It was always Juventino Romero's dream to start his own band.
Fue difícil al principio, al arranque del grupo.
He says chasing that dream wasn't easy.
Al empezar nada es fácil, todo el mundo empieza de abajo y tocando puertas, buscando trabajo.
But fast forward 23 years. He says all of the hard work and struggles have paid off.
Somos Mariachi Sol de mi Tierra.
Sí, señor. His band, Mariachi Sol de mi Tierra, now making a name for itself across Colorado.
Nosotros es nuestra forma de vivir.
¿Y para usted cuál es la mejor parte de ser parte de este mariachi?
Pues la satisfacción de hacer lo que me gusta hacer, la satisfacción de llevarle alegría a la gente. Es un trabajo, pero es un trabajo muy agradable, bonito.
Ustedes son parte de algunos de los días más importantes de las familias, las bodas y los eventos.
Pues sí, de hecho, más allá de eso, de bodas, quinceañeras, incluso sepelios, es muy común.
The band spends almost every day spreading joy and sharing their Mexican culture throughout the state.
Si nos gusta lo que hacemos a nosotros, si vemos una respuesta positiva de la gente, pues te enriquece, te sientes bien, sientes que lo que estás haciendo lo estás haciendo bien. Es una responsabilidad, pero es pues también una satisfacción hacerlo.
Reporting in Denver, I'm Christian Lopez, Denver7.
We thought La Mina, or the mine in Spanish, was a perfect name for this.
From the classic mariachi music to the contemporary beats, we introduce you to La Mina. DJs Josh Moran and Margie Games are the founders of the collective of DJs in Denver. Both are from Ecuador, and Josh actually has a background in mining, but their true passion is music. Like a label, they help promote their artists, but also allow DJs to share equipment.
Growing up and being part of, the Hispanic society, music is ingrained in us.
There's so many unearthed gems in Colorado that just don't have the means to be able to have the equipment or train on the equipment to then move their musical career.
What I love about electronic music is that it pulls from all over the world, right?
I want to express my love and my passion through my music and transmit all that to the people on the dance floor.
DJing at this building, at this beautiful building with this view, it's a dream come true, and if I did it, I know other people can.
All cultures are welcome at La Mina. It is all about mixing, bringing people of all backgrounds together, and from the city limits to beyond. La Mina's on a mission to bring music everywhere, and it goes back to how the founders grew up with live events.
It's in our core. That it's always there. It's always so happy and jolly, and it brings people together. That's what music does.
As soon as you're able to walk, you're dancing first. Kids are dancing first, that's it.
Yeah, kids
are dancing
all
first
ages.
before they
It is inclusive, and so, that's kind of what started La Mina.
Music bringing everyone of all ages together. That's all for this special presentation of People of Colorado celebrating Hispanic culture through heritage, culture, and identity. I'm Veronica Acosta. We appreciate you for watching.